Do you know what? Honestly, stuff the intro. It's time for a truth bomb. I can't come here and just give you guys the same old review that every other content maker out there is giving. I have to come here and talk to you sincerely, from my heart, the way I feel. And then it's totally up to you guys whether you feel the same way or you feel differently. I'm not going to come here and go, whoa, we tried so hard. We tried very hard against a very difficult team. And we just missed out again. This is a young team. It's developing. Just hang in there. You know, this team will dominate. Years of success is to come. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. You can tell a winner from the get-go. You can tell who's got elite mentality, who thrives to do well on a consistent level, on a constant level, and doesn't complain. As I said, this is a truth bomb, and I'm about to lay some absolute truths today. First of all, how can I ever appreciate any of our attackers? Honestly speaking, like, as much as I've been trying my level best to back this mob, each and every one of them, I swear to you, I've been trying my so best to back them. But deep down, I swear to you right now, I honestly don't believe in any one of them. Start with Christian Pulisic. I've been saying in recent times, let's back this guy. He's shown some sort of consistency, even though it's not great. Our standards are so low that we appreciate even if they produce a mediocre performance because our standards are low. Gone are the standards of when we used to have Juan Mata just producing assist after assist after assist. Gone are the days when we had Eden Hazard that was clutch in critical moments. Gone are the days where Didier Drogba was scoring big goals in big matches and making an impact and winning us stuff. And there are many, many other players. Frank Lampard, John Terry, Ashley Cole, many more. They weren't serious bottlers. You may say, "Oh, John Terry, he screwed up one of the Champions League." Yeah, but look at his plethora of trophies that this man's got. What can we say about this current mob? Christian Pulisic, once again, a big stage. Our season has not been the greatest, and I know there was a lot of off-field situations that have caused massive grief. I get that. But what about our grief? What about the fans, man? Go out there and win that. That's all we wanted, man. And we saw. I'm going to talk about Thomas Tuchel, and it's not he's not massively to be blamed. He actually put up a very good tactic. He had the spot on starting lineup against Liverpool, and predominantly. And once again, in the Carabao Cup, we had the better chances. And also in this match, I feel like we had the better chances. Did they dominate at times? Yes, they did. We weren't as dominant as we were in the Carabao Cup final. In the FA Cup, probably Liverpool had the better domination. But I don't really think they created extremely super chances the way we created some of them. Christian Pulisic, his dad gets annoyed and tweets out when Thomas Tuchel doesn't start him. And this is the thing. In this modern era, there's too many of these parents coming out and talking stuff. Too many. Keep your mouth quiet, mate. Just because there's the social media, you don't have to go out there and express your feelings at every moment. You go out there and you express your feeling about your son. Your son, since then, I'm pretty sure has started all the matches. And once again, in a big match, he's missed. I wasn't even that upset when he missed those chances against Real Madrid in the second leg. They were criminal as well. But I was actually on that day praising the team of how great the team was. But when you think about it, we bottled that one too. At 3-0 up at the Bernabeu, where we should be looking to a shut-up shop, we bottled it. We really did. We're in the position. Christian Pulisic in the Carabao Cup final had an opportunity and he bottled it. Christian Pulisic last seaon in the Champions League, when we were 1-0 up, there was a chance to go 2-0. Luckily enough, Mahrez missed that opportunity in the Champions League final right at the end. Or else that would have gone in extra time, and God knows what would have happened after that. So where's Mark Pulisic now with his social media tweets? Where is he? How can I sit here and appreciate and keep backing this player? How? How? As much as I want to. He's a Chelsea player. I want to back him. How can I sit here and go that, yep, I want Christian Pulisic to start next time we make it to a final, if we ever do again? What guarantee is it that he's not going to make that same mistake again? 2 finals in a row. Let's talk about Mason Mount. I said it recently. It's no joke. His stats. In the Premier League, 11 goals, 10 assists. It's great. Once again, in that final, there were just moments where he looked good. But in large parts, I did not see him, if I'm being absolutely honest. There were a couple of times he made some good runs, and Pulisic once again just delayed his passes. That's the other issue with Christian Pulisic. Not only at times he misses big time chances, for some reason the brother cannot see runs, man, early. Mason Mount, as I said, besides a couple of moments, what have you done in that match? I'm not even going to talk about the penalty. Honestly, like, I'm not going to sit here and talk about the penalty shootout where Mason Mount missed a chance, Azpilicueta missed. But for me, it shouldn't have even gone to that position, because once it goes to the penalties, it's 50-50. So I can't sit here and hate on a player because they missed a penalty. Because for me, it's a match is not defined by that scenario. Yes, it was a poor penalty from Mason Mount, someone who deems himself to be a very, very good penalty taker. Most of the fan base is wants Mason Mount to be the penalty taker. Someone who's got such great, credentials in the fan base has missed some very high caliber penalty shootouts. I believe it was a Carabao Cup against Spurs. Might have been last season, wasn't it? Or the season before. Jose Mourinho. Might have been last season. The final penalty Mason Mount missed. Mason Mount in the Carabao Cup missed some gilt-edged chances. Gilt-edged. And I thought this guy was going to come out in this particular final and take the game to this, by the scruff of the neck. But he didn't. He didn't. Throughout that 90 minutes, then the extra time, not much was happening. Yes, it was his opportunity that fell for Christian Pulisic, which Christian Pulisic missed. But that's just one. That's one. And this is the thing about Mason Mount. I love him as a player. But a lot of people forget the fact that the position he plays, which is behind the 2 strikers, Lukaku and Christian Pulisic as the second striker, and then Mount just behind, the position Mount plays, he needs to be producing key passes after key passes after key passes after key passes. No good in just producing one. I'm not taking anything away. He missed out on an assist. But for the rest of the match, why haven't you taken the game by the scruff of the neck? Dictate the play. Because you don't have that. You don't have that. That's the thing. You don't have that. I'm not saying get rid of you. No. Mason Mount's a top quality player. But he ain't the player that we want him to be. Mason Mount isn't the player that we want him to be for that particular position, which is a creative attacking player that's going to have plethora of chances every match. I'm talking about one key pass. I'm talking about multiple key passes throughout each half. Asking questions, probing questions, making the opposition think. You're not that player, but you do have a role within the team. You 100% have a role within the team. But that role, playing just behind the 2 strikers, that ain't for you. Let's talk about Romelu Lukaku. I wanted him to start. I think the entire fan base wanted him to start. And I thought maybe this was his chance. I really thought he was going to bang in the winner. Yes, you're up against Van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate. It's not easy. I'm not going to lie. But make it difficult for them as well, my man. Don't make it too easy for them. This is the thing about Romelu Lukaku. Every time I've seen him come up against big teams with, personalities in defense, I've not seen him dominate anyone. The only domination I can remember this season is against Pablo Murray. He dominated Pablo Murray and Aston Villa. Aston Villa defenders. As much as I still think he's a top quality footballer. But the truth of the fact is, even Romelu Lukaku seems to have that bottlers sort of tag when it comes to big matches. Where's him imposing himself on Van Dijk and Ibrahim Konate the way, back in the days, Didier Drogba, Diego Costa, they used to impose themselves. Be a mongrel, make it difficult, be on their face, be a nuisance. It's not all about talent, man. In that particular situation, it's not all about everyone's talented in that stage. You gotta find something different. You gotta get into their mind. You gotta try and rattle them. Make it too easy for them, man. Where's your aggression? Where's your ability to galvanize the team? Just go, come on. You can't just flow with the wind. And then there was one chance he had inside the box. First half. On his left foot as well. You thought it was a nice angle with his left to at least hit the target, and he skied it over the top. In these big moments, you may not get that many chances. But the one time you do get it, you've got to put it away, man. You've got to put it away. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, he hasn't had enough game time, this, that, and that. Nah, man. You're an experienced player, man. You're a £100 million player. You need to be clutch. And you're not. Marcus Alonso on the left side. People always love his goals and assists. I get it. Yeah, he is good with scoring. He is good at times with assisting. What else is he good with? Everything on the left side slows down. Everything. You look at Robertson on the other side. So many times he's inside the box and then boom, he's sprinting back to be defending. So many times he ensures that he's the added person inside the box on top of all the other attackers, and he's the one who's open inside the box. There was a chance that Robertson had, and he didn't hit the target. This team, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just under Thomas Tuchel. 2 FA Cup finals, 1 Carabao Cup final. It's people laugh at Arsenal. People laugh at Man United. Do you know what? We should stop laughing, man. We should stop laughing and just self-reflect a bit. I see heaps of stuff on social media. People saying, oh, Tottenham are bottlers. Arsenal are bottlers. Man United are bottlers. What are we, man? Yes, we won the Champions League. Great. Yes, we won a one-off match against Villarreal to get the Super Cup. Yes, we won the Club World Cup where, honestly, as I keep saying, I was there. We weren't that great. We just had just enough to get over those teams. This set of players that we have now, the attacking mob especially, because defenders generally, they do a decent job. And they have done a decent job in Thomas Tuchel time. Yeah, in recent times, there's been some individual errors. And maybe that is bound to creep in when there's so much happening outside of football. And also so many players leaving from defense. But at least once again, they've produced another clean sheet, the defenders. The attackers, I said it in my preview, man. Just get one thing right. Just be clinical, man. Just be clinical. And you can't be clinical. Thomas Tuchel. He comes in and someone's ringing and it's absolutely annoying me. It's killing my chain of thought. It's absolutely killing my chain of thought. I have to wait till this is over. I'm not picking up the phone. Thomas Tuchel. A lot of people were complaining, why didn't Timo come in? I just saw some reports saying that Timo Werner had the same sort of hamstring problem as Kai Havertz. But my issue with Thomas Tuchel is you can see Liverpool, after a while, they were just playing football in a manner not to get injured. They were playing no pull a hamstring football. They took Diaz off. Salah obviously got off early, injury, and they're just protecting them. Van Dijk was taken off. So many of their players were taken off, and you can tell that they were happy to go all the way to the penalties and chance their luck. On the other hand, why were we happy to take it to the extra time? Why were we happy to go all the way to the penalties? Why don't we just throw the kitchen sink? What's the point of losing at penalties? Instead, giving it your all to win it within 90 minutes. Why not throw the kitchen sink? Why not Thomas Tuchel just say, do you know what? We're not playing for the penalties. F it. F this. If you're good enough to score Liverpool, so be it. But we're not taking this to extra time. And even when it was extra time, okay, fine. We're not taking it to the penalties. We're going for a run now. We're going to throw the kitchen sink. We're going to try and push as many bodies into the attacking half, and we'll try and get that goal. And if you're good enough in the transition to score one, kudos. What's with this sort of conservative sort of feel? Playing football kind of not to lose. Yes, I'm not taking nothing. Thomas Tuchel, not blaming him, predominantly. No, 90% on the players. 10% I'm just saying. Thomas Tuchel, why not give the instructions? I want you to goddamn pump, spam crosses if you have to, throw bodies in the box, go long at times. Why take off Romelu Lukaku? Yes, I've mentioned he hasn't been good, but he's the guy who's probably going to score a goal. We didn't have Kai Havertz in the team. We didn't have Timo Werner. You took Romelu Lukaku off to put in Ruben Loftus-Cheek. At one point, Christian Pulisic was the false nine. Christian Pulisic wasn't even having a good game. And him being the false nine against defenders like Van Dijk, Konate, I think Matip came in later on. How's he going to manage that? It's too easy. Is Romelu Lukaku now not good enough to play extra time? He would have been probably a good option for the penalties as well, as opposed to Azpilicueta, let's say. That's why I feel like Thomas Tuchel at times probably misses the trick. Doesn't go for the kill, man. Doesn't tend to smell that. Do you know what? I can smell something. I can tell that they're not really playing for a win in this one anymore. I can tell that the opposition's kind of happy to take it to the penalties. Now, let's take the game to them. Send out an instruction and go, you know what? Midfielders, push up. Defenders, push up. High line. Wingbacks, overlap. Get at them. Press. Wingers, Ziyech, when he came on. Pulisic, get into the box as well. You keep Lukaku on. As soon as you took Lukaku off, that was strange. And then you put in Ruben Loftus-Cheek. who ultimately ended up playing up front, and then you took him off to bring in Ross Barkley because of the penalties. Why are we playing for the penalties? And then on top of that, it's like you thought you made a mistake by bringing on Kepa last time, and because there was such a hoo-ha in social media that why has Kepa come on a game where Mendy looked so great? And once again, the same thing happened. Mendy was looking great. Why would you bring on Kepa? But at the end of the day, my thought process is, if I know that I have a goalkeeper that is better than the other in a particular department, which is penalties, regardless of what the situation is, I always play the specialist. Mendy is not a specialist. Just because he had a very good game in terms of saving, he's not a penalty specialist. It was a fluke that he saved Mane's penalty. Mane's penalty was rubbish. Look at every other penalty that Mendy was diving around. He's not a penalty specialist, man. Kepa, on the other hand, is a proper penalty specialist. Yeah, he didn't do well last time against Liverpool, but if you look at his history, he is a penalty specialist. So why haven't we done that? I'm not saying that's why we lost. I'm just saying there's many facets here. And I wanted to come here and talk about the truths. And I've spoken about players, spoken a little bit about Thomas Tuchel and some of his judgment. It's not a lot. It's probably 10%, 90% on players, but still it's 10% that he's got to try and improve on as well. Only a few players that I've really, really appreciated in that match. One of them being Jorginho. Jorginho played fantastically. Defenders played really well as well. Thiago Silva. Chalobah was excellent. Luis Diaz, yes, there were times where he was trying to get away, but Chalobah was on his case. Thiago Silva was on Liverpool's case as well. Rudiger was excellent as well. Mendy, yes, was very good. But Jorginho as well, excellent. Lot of progressive passing. Many interceptions. Very good on the build-up. Very good in press resistance. So many times he was getting pressed and he just wriggled his way out of it. What do we do? What do we do? This lot, I can't trust them to take us to the next stage. Obviously, there's got to be some changes in the summer, and there will have to be. A lot of defenders will come in because many of them are leaving. Some of the attackers will need to be looked at as well. We need ruthless attackers. We need ruthless attackers who are going to thrive on the big stage, hungry to score goals, assist goals, have an impact. For some reason, our attackers just too many times, man. Too many times missing chances. Too many times. It's not the first time. So if anyone's commenting here, oh, Miz, you're overreacting, you're having one. This is not the first time. Time in time, again, we've seen it in big stage. And not even in big stage. In just normal games, we've seen our players miss. Sick of it, man. Sick of it. For Thomas Tuchel's sake, we have to give him players that are going to be clinical. And Thomas Tuchel will need to improve as well. What a sad season, honestly. What a sad season. Obviously, the players feel it, but the fans feel it a lot more, if not just the same. Who cares? I mean, we're probably going to get top 4. I don't really even care. Just finish this season off. 3 finals in a row. FA Cup finals. 3 finals under Thomas Tuchel. It's just not a good look, man. Well, I have to say, we've been bottling it hard. We've been bottling it. Congratulations to Liverpool. Kudos to you guys. You've done it again. I hate that fan base so much, man. I hate that fan base, honestly. Both the times, we'll probably have better chances. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon, man. That's the truth bomb for you. Let me know how you feel.